Good morning, children. How are you all? Now, I am going to start a new chapter. So, daily your mother will cook the food. For cooking the food, different ingredients are required, different food materials are required for cooking the food, or your father will bring the fruits or vegetables from the market, grocery from the market. I think everyone knows about this, and your mother will ask you to separate it out, everything. I think everything you will separate it out, isn't it? Suppose your mother asks you to bring all the food, grocery, chili powder is there, or salt is there, or pulses are there, varieties of pulses, cereals, rice, that is ask you to bring. All these items she asks you to bring. Pulses, red gram, green gram, or black gram, she asks you to bring from the market. After bringing to home, what your mother will ask you to separate it out. How you will separate? By seeing the color, by seeing the shape, by seeing the size, you will separate it, isn't it? In the same way, your father also brings the fruits and vegetables from the market. Your mother asks you to separate it out all. How you will separate vegetables? You are getting in that cucumber is there, tomato is there, potato is there, beans, varieties of beans will be there. How you are going to separate it? Brinjals are there. How you will see separate? How you will remove everything? By seeing the color, by seeing the shape, by seeing the size, you will separate it out. For example, brinjals, what is the shape of the brinjal will be like this, isn't it? By seeing this shape, you will separate. In the same way, you will separate the tomato. In tomato also, where different colors will be there. Green color tomato will be there, red color tomato will be there. Capsicum also, you will get in different colors. Yellow capsicum, red capsicum, or green capsicum. By seeing the color, you will separate it. So, how you are separating this? By seeing the color, by seeing the shape, you are separating, isn't it? So now here we are going to know about, I am going to start the lesson, that is separation of substances. Separation of substances. Separation of substances, the lesson is. Now here, see, have you observed that your mother prepared the tea? Have you seen the mother prepared the tea? What substances are used for preparing tea? What she will do? She will use water. In the water she will add tea leaves. In the water she will add sugar and milk. These are the substances she used to make a tea. Isn't it? Can you separate it out? No. Isn't it? So, here, when the above items are called mixtures. What is the above item which is tea is prepared? It is a mixture of tea is a mixture of water, milk, tea leaves, and sugar. Isn't it? It is a mixture of these substances. So, what is a mixture? What is a mixture? When more than one substance is added, when it is a combination of more than one substance is called a mixture. Combination of more than one substance is called a mixture. Laddu. So, for example, laddu. Laddu. What are the materials used to make a laddu? Bengal gram flour we use, isn't it? Bengal gram or sugar, ghee, dry fruits, isn't it? Dry fruits also we use. So, here we are adding, it is the laddu. How you are making? These are the substances, food items we are using to make a laddu. So, laddu is a mixture of Bengal gram, sugar, ghee, dry fruits. Understood? So, what is a mixture? Mixture contains more than one substance, or it is a combination of more than one substance, isn't it? It's called a mixture, forms a mixture. Some mixtures are natural, some mixtures are homemade. Some mixtures are natural, some mixtures are homemade mixtures. So here, lemon juice, another lemon juice. Lemon, we use lemon, water, sugar, isn't it? It is a mixture of lemon, water, sugar or salt. It depends upon you. In the same way, concrete. For construction of the house, we use concrete. For making concretes, to prepare concretes, what are the materials are used? Cement is there, sand is there, small stones will be used, and water, isn't it? Cement we use. So cement is there, or sand will be used, small stones will be used. So it is a combination of cement, sand, stones. Concrete is a combination, is a mixture of what are the substances? Cement, stones and sand. Understood? So here your soil. Another one is soil. In the soil you see many more fine particles will be there. Fine particles, very fine soil particles will be there. Pebbles will be there, isn't it? Pebbles will be there. Sand will be there. So it is a mixture of different varieties of soil, different soil particles you will see in this. Bigger soil particles will be there and small soil particles also will be there. So soil is a natural mixture. Natural. Soil is a natural. Soil is a natural. Laddu is a homemade. Lemon is a homemade. And concrete also is a man-made. Concrete also is a man-made. So this laddu is a man-made. Lemon is a man-made. Concrete also is a man-made. Only soil is a natural. Even now you can give other examples of natural mixtures. Air. Air is a combination of many gases. Carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen, many more gases are present in the air. So air is a natural mixture. It is a combination of many gases. Understood? So here you can write lemon water. Lemon water is a combination of water present in the lemon water, lemon juice, sugar, water. So is it a natural or man-made? Man-made only. It is a man-made only. In the same way you can write man-made mixtures. You can write man-made mixtures. Whatever you want, paisam is there, you can write, or anything, any mixture you can write. The laddu, here I have written laddu. Laddu is a mixture of Bengal gram, sugar, ghee, dry fruits. Isn't it? So you can write like this. So it is a man-made mixture. Soil is a natural, air is a natural. Isn't it? You can write on the other examples also in this column. Okay. So now use of water in separation of the mixtures. How you will separate the mixtures? By using the water. By using water. Here say by using the water. Now here collect some solid materials. Collect some solid materials, that is what you call it, ghee. Ghee, wax, sand, plastic, wood, iron nails. How you will separate this? So here, now my question is, now take a bucket of water. Now add all these materials into the water. Here, already we have studied the properties of materials. Already some materials will sink, some materials will float on the surface of the water, some material is soluble in the water. Already we have studied, isn't it? Dal also you take. Turmeric powder you can take. Turmeric powder. So we are using this. Now here add all this. Now find out which one is float on the surface of water, which settles at the bottom of the water, or which is soluble in the water, which is not soluble in the water, which floats on the materials which floats on the surface of water. Ghee, wax, plastic, wood. floats on the surface of water, you can easily separate it out. Which materials will sink in the water? Iron nails sink in the water, dal will sink in the water, sand also sink in the water because they are heavier than the water, so they sink in the water. Okay. In the same way, which materials are insoluble in water? Ghee is insoluble in water, wax is insoluble in water, sand, plastic, wood, iron nails, dal, these are insoluble in water. Only turmeric is soluble in water. Okay, so in this way, you can use the properties of materials and separate these materials. Isn't it? So write down the other examples also. Take the mixture and you can separate it by saying this. Okay. Now here methods of separation of mixture. So you have seen this methods. What are the methods we apply to separate the mixtures? What are the methods we apply to separate the mixtures? Method of separation. What are the methods we use to separate the substances? Isn't it? So here we discussed just now that we use different materials and we added in the water. Some materials are floating on the surface, some materials sinking at the bottom of the material, some are soluble and some are insoluble in water. So now here we know the methods of separation of water. See here we use in our day-to-day life. These methods of separation we use in our day-to-day life. That is now rice. What your mother will do before cooking rice? Before cooking rice, she will glance, she will see if any worms are there or if any stones are there. How she will remove that stones? With hand, with fingers, she will remove the stones. Isn't it? Dals. Before cooking, what your mother will do? She will see if any stones are there, she will remove that stones. In the same way, in the fridge, fruits are there. Fruits are there. What you will do? Some fruits are damaged, spoiled. So by seeing that, you will remove the rotten fruits. With hand, you will remove the rotten fruits. In the same way, tomatoes are there. Your father brought 2-3 kgs tomatoes. Some tomatoes are rotten, spoiled. What you will do? You will remove with your hand. You will separate it out with your hand. So this method of separating the materials from other is called a hand picking. Unwanted materials. Hand picking method. Hand picking method. In the same way, your father brought all the fruits. Many fruits your father brought. Mangoes, apples, grapes, isn't it? Chiku. Many fruits your father brought, and what you will do? By seeing their color, by seeing their shape, by seeing their shape, size, color, you will separate it out. With hand only. With hand only you will separate all based on their color, shape, size. You will separate it out. This is an example of a hand picking method. In the same way, some vegetables will be, just now I told you, spoiled. That will be removed with your hand. So in our day-to-day life, we use this hand picking method. In our day-to-day life, we use hand picking method. So I gave, these are the examples I gave you. You can use other examples also. Now how you will separate the oranges and apples? Your father brought oranges as well as apples. How you will separate? First, what you will see? First glance will be color, shape. Oranges and apples. Oranges will be, you will get an orange color. Orange color. So based on the color and shape, you will separate this. With your hand only. With hand only you can separate it out. So these are the examples of hand picking method we use in our day-to-day life, hand picking method. Okay, next coming to now winnowing method. Winnowing, I think the people those who are in village, after harvesting, after drying husk from the grains. They thrash on the hard surface to remove the husk. They thrash on the hard surface. So grain will be separated and have husk also. Now, fully if you want to separate the husk, the farmer will stand on the height like this. It is stand on the height and grains and husk together will be there. So how he is separating? By it is separate. Husk is light in weight. Husk is light in weight compared to grains. So with the airflow, the husk will be separated and grains will be fall down on the earth. Husk will be separated. It is lighter in weight, but this is more useful when the wind is there. Lighter particles will be separated from the heavier particles by using this winnowing method. By using the winnowing method, you can separate this husk and the grains. See how the farmer is standing on the height and how he is separating. The husk will be flows through the wind. Blown away through the wind. Blown away through the wind and the grains will be settled down on the earth. So in this way, this method is called as a winnowing method. The lighter particles will be separated from the heavier particles by using a winnowing method. Understood? In the same way, now coming to next, sedimentation and decantation method. Sedimentation and decantation. Sedimentation and take a water in a glass. Take a water in a glass and take a soil mixture in the glass. Take a glass rod and stir it well. Stir it well and keep it aside without disturbing. Keep it aside without disturbing. After 4 to 5 hours, what you will see here is the heavier particles settles down first. Then little lighter particles, then lighter particles and completely light particles will float on the surface of the water. Isn't it? That is the pebbles. Bigger stones will settle first, then pebbles will be there, then sand will be there, then fine soil particles will settle. So heavier particles will settle down in the first. So now lighter particles are there. Now how to take out this after settle down? What you will do? Clear water you will transfer it into another vessel, another glass. Without disturbing, transfer the water into another glass is called as a decantation method. During rainy season, you get sometimes muddy water from tap. What you will do? That water you will collect, no doubt. In the evening or next day morning, what you will see, all the mud particles will settle at the bottom. Then you will use like that? No. That pot water you will slowly you will convert into, you will transfer it into another vessel. This method is called decantation method. Understood, children? Thank you. Have a nice day.